How to make a Faraday cage. Who needs a Faraday cage? In today's technology-driven world, we are all surrounded by true wireless devices promising everything from convenience to improved quality of life. From smartphones to garage door openers, TV controllers to baby monitors, keyless entry systems to Wi-Fi-enabled thermostats, the list is endless. Unfortunately, this giant leap in technology has also opened the door for new opportunities to be exploited. Specifically, wireless signals, devices, and networks across the market have been shown to be prone to interference. Unprotected signals can be susceptible to attack like car hijacking, jamming, and even service disruption due to malicious gain of control. Without protection, smart devices, like your phone or cell phones, radios and home automation systems can be hacked and can be used against you or your family. In short, wireless signals are continuously at risk. Thus, began the necessity for the Faraday cage. What is our Faraday cages? Faraday cages were born with the idea that there should be a way to isolate the transmissions from the outside world and provide the safest atmosphere for devices. Named after the English physicist Michael Faraday, it is really an enclosure that has a complete metal covering on all 6 sides and is grounded on one or more of its ends. The radio waves and the signals around us are made up of electromagnetic energy, M waves, and have a particular pattern. The Faraday cage produces powerful electromagnetic fields that interfere with the M wave with the same frequency component, thus neutralizing the wave's effect inside it. However, the material has no restriction as to what it actually protects from getting in the way of M waves. Anything that is not meant to be shielded must be put outside the cage, or it will get affected. As an example, you will not receive a call on your phone while in the Faraday cages. Now that we have established a basic understanding of the concepts involved in electromagnetic interference and what these Faraday cages are for, it's time to learn how to make one. Here are 3 crucial steps to effectively harness the power of metal cages to your advantage. DIY Faraday cages in 3 simple steps. If you genuinely want to keep your family and your things safe from M interference, this guide will help you to prepare homemade Faraday cages and insulate your electronic devices from outside M field interference. Step 1. Find a conductive container. To make Faraday cages, you will require some metal containers at least large enough for your device. It may be either a camping food box or old metal boxes or metal garbage cans or other such material. You may also use an aluminum beverage can or a large metal or aluminum cookie tin can. The size of the container depends upon the size of the device you intend to protect. As a precaution, use or buy one that is significantly bigger to avoid damage to the device. If you have large electronic devices to protect, you can utilize heavy-duty aluminum foil and create layers of foil around your device and a layer of protection. Step 2. Layer plastic wrap inside. Roll out some layers of plastic wrap and cover the metallic container with it completely. Plastic covering serves 2 purposes. Firstly, it prevents the electronic device from coming in contact with the metallic surface and minimizes damages caused by scratches, and secondly, it also prevents the M waves from spreading inside the container. While covering the container, remember to remove all the holes and gaps. No gaps should be present between the container and the plastic wrap. To make your Faraday cages more effective, you can put some layers of foil before you roll out the plastic covering. Aluminum foil is a metallic material that you can use to create a better layer of electromagnetic shielding. Step 3. Place your device. Now you can place your electronic device into the metallic container. The device can be a small transmitter or a Wi-Fi router. Other things that you can secure in Faraday cages are laptops, gaming consoles, your remote car door opener, and so on. But there is one precaution that you must follow. Once you have placed your devices, you must ensure that the covering is completely sealed by making sure there is no space between the metallic chamber and the lid. If there is even a fraction of an inch, there will be some electromagnetic wave leakage which would defeat the objective of the Faraday cage. Take time to create an airtight seal. 4 reasons to use Faraday cages. A wireless signal is vulnerable to electronic interference and electromagnetic radiation. Reputable companies and government organizations in the field understand the magnitude of this issue, so they keep their sensitive devices safe by making them impervious to outside interference. However, such measures are not available to you as a consumer, but they can easily be resolved by creating or investing in Faraday cages. If you are still unconvinced, here are a few reasons for you to consider this option seriously. 1. Helps you prepare for electromagnetic pulse attack. An electromagnetic pulse attack can cripple the functioning of your electronic equipment. When such an attack occurs, it creates an electric field that could permanently damage your electronics. To prevent such an unexpected disaster, invest in Faraday cages, which are more effective than normal shielding from a conductive material. 2. Say goodbye to cell phone tracking. Government agencies around the world have shown an active interest in any cellular communications that occur between mobile devices. They are actively tracking down your cellular data usage and analyzing your connection patterns through cell towers, and even monitoring your conversations. This can be tough to guard against, but Faraday cages can be extremely effective in resisting such external tracking. By effectively using Faraday shields, your communication, external tracking becomes almost impossible. 3. Prevent RFID skimming. RFID skimming is a common problem that regularly plagues retailers. RFID is a communication system that is increasingly being used for payment systems, tracking of transport vehicles, and a variety of other related services. What makes these devices so effective and efficient is that they get activated when they are within a few inches of someone carrying a reader. There are more than 10 million readers deployed in the US alone. This widespread usage means that your credit or debit card transactions can potentially be faked, and your identity is stolen. Faraday cages can replace even tough-to-change physical shielding of a card. You may have a wallet that already protects against these radio signals. 4. Protects from massive solar flare. Solar storms are a real danger that can cause a lot of damage to our modern-day technology. The electromagnetic pulse that these solar flares produce is capable of disabling GPS satellites, communication systems, and power grids, creating numerous emergency situations. A solar storm was responsible for the collapse of the Hydro-Quebec power grid in 1989. Just imagine a similar blackout happening right now that could disable all your technology and leave you without electricity for weeks. A Faraday cage is low-cost protection that can save you from the power outages and electromagnetic radiation and discharges that a solar flare causes. It is important to note that a solar storm is not predictable and is impossible to prepare yourself for. This is why you should make it a point to invest in a Faraday cage right now. Conclusion. As you can see, there are a few reasons why a Faraday cage can be extremely useful for the end user. Furthermore, the process of setting up a homemade Faraday cage is extremely simple and easy for anyone to follow. The entire setup process doesn't take more than 30 minutes. So, take the simple steps and give your gadgets the protection they deserve with Faraday shields.